A gunman is dead in Lexington after going on a shooting rampage across the city Sunday. The Fayette County Coroner says this man, Guy House, was the suspected shooter. This is a picture of House from an arrest in 2022. He's now believed to have shot a state trooper outside Bluegrass Airport, carjacking someone in a Lexington neighborhood, and then shooting 4 people at Richmond Road Baptist Church, killing 2 of them. WKYT's Victor Puente is across the street from that church on Old Richmond Road. Victor, things are a lot calmer there this morning.
Well, normally on a Monday morning, there aren't a lot of vehicles in the parking lot of a church. But you can see the one behind me here on Old Richmond Road. There are still plenty of cars here. Obviously, a lot of people had to run from that shooting and then had to leave their vehicles behind as police processed that crime scene. A shooting here at Richmond Road Baptist Church left 2 women dead, 2 men in the hospital, 1 in critical condition. 72-year-old Beverly Gum, 32-year-old Christina Combs died at the scene. Lexington police say the suspect was shot and killed by officers. Police say they believe it was no accident that he ended up at this church on Old Richmond Road. They believe he had a connection to some of the people here. That church where that shooting took place is right across from Boondog's Bar and Restaurant. The general manager there says a situation like this shooting is extremely unusual for their area. It's very rural out here, a lot of farmland. However, they do have a protocol in place for emergency situations. He says staff members immediately got customers inside. They locked all the doors.
A lot of panic. I think there were a lot of customers that left. I think they went out the other side of our entrance here and were very nerve-wracked with the experience that was happening.
Darling says the restaurant provided food and water to the emergency workers as needed. He said they're also offering support to that church. That's something a lot of people out here are going to need this morning. Live in Lexington, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Thanks, Victor. The entire series of events that ended at the church began at Bluegrass Airport when the suspect shot a Kentucky state trooper. Lucy Cole is at the airport this morning. Lucy, what are things like at the airport right now?
Well, currently it is quiet here at Bluegrass Airport, but if you joined us over on WKYT Mornings earlier this morning, there was a large crowd of people here trying to get to their destinations. They did that pretty smoothly. Needless to say, traffic has not been impacted here heading to those airplanes, getting on, going to those destinations, despite a very dramatic day just steps away from where I'm standing right now that happened yesterday. Yesterday's flights were not delayed either, but some of the scene blocked those driving into their airport to get on their flights. This is how the scene looked yesterday morning. The main road on Terminal Drive to access the entrance was closed, so people had to drive through the exit to gain entry. The KSP trooper who was shot here is currently stable now. The suspect shot this trooper during a traffic stop and then fled the scene. We learned during a KSP press conference that troopers got a license plate alert on the suspect's vehicle, leading them to Versailles Road, then here at Terminal Drive. Officers from plenty of agencies did not leave this scene until 5 o'clock last night while flights weren't delayed. Many travelers were impacted emotionally by this dramatic day.
Sometimes things happen. We just don't have a reason why. But we're going to be here for the people of Lexington.
And that is just one of many emotional stories from people who witnessed the accident happen and then also didn't witness it. Even some of the people that I've spoken to here at the airport today are still a little bit rattled to come in here after such a tragedy happened yesterday. But Bluegrass Airport has sent out a statement sharing their condolences with the families affected by this, but then also thanking the police officers and emergency service people that were here for making sure that the people inside the airport were staying safe. For now in Lexington, I'm Lucy Cole, WKYT.
Thanks, Lucy. We are hearing from a number of state and federal leaders this morning. Senator Rand Paul says, quote, "Kelly and I are praying for all the victims, the injured trooper, and their families. We are grateful for the brave first responders. Violence like this has no place in Kentucky." In a post to social media, Senator Mitch McConnell asked for prayers for those killed and injured in yesterday's shooting, saying he's grateful to our local law enforcement for their swift response. Congressman Andy Barr released a statement saying in part, quote, "Heartbroken to learn of the passing of 2 Kentuckians who attended church on Sunday to praise God and be with community," end quote. He called on Kentuckians to pray for those at Richmond Road Baptist Church. and for the Kentucky State Police trooper who was injured in this shooting. We are learning more about the man who went on the violent rampage. We know Guy House has a criminal history in Fayette, Madison, and Jessamine counties. It includes an hours-long standoff on I-75 back in 2022. This is video from that scene. Police tried to arrest House for outstanding warrants. He had a gun and ran off into the woods. It shut down the interstate for hours before he surrendered. We spoke with a witness that day who says they had a flat tire and were pulled over on the highway when they saw House walk by.
It was surreal. I didn't think it was really happening. I'm still just kind of, it was bizarre knowing that he was like 3 feet from us.
Most recently, House was scheduled to appear in court this morning in a domestic violence case. It comes after an order for emergency protection was filed against him on July 5th. You can get the latest updates on this story and others inside the free WKYT News app. It's easy to download. Just scan the QR code on your screen right now and get breaking news alerts sent right to your phone.